every time. Let's just give that a moment. Has it even come down yet? What a feeling.
That was all right, wasn't it?
What a feeling it must be to hit it like that.
Haven't hit a ball in a couple hours as well, Trotty.
Exactly. Power play though on that stuff. I mean, what does it feel like? I know it's just natural for you now, but
yeah. I mean, it feels good. I mean, I think it feels good when you've got something in your hand that you're really comfortable with and you trust.
yeah.
So you can go ahead and make a full committed swing and know that, you know, most of the time it is gonna do that.
And you just said to me there, like, I've known you long enough now to read your reaction. You just literally said there, like, this thing, it's really good.
It is really good, yeah. I mean, you know, initial impressions are, it feels so solid off the face. Even the missed strikes are sort of, you know, that one was, if anything, slightly out of the heel. But it didn't, I mean, it was pure. It was really, really good. Yeah. So, you know, even the missed strikes are pretty good. So, you know, I mean, and obviously the technology in it and the ideas behind it of trying to maximize the speed of the club on the way down. Well, obviously the shape and motion, and I mean, it's a really good piece of kit. I'm excited to put it in the bag.
To hear that at the first day of testing is pretty good. Have you seen any initial club speed benefits from it already this week?
Yeah. I've been sort of, you know, I cruise around 120. You know, if I really try to hit one hard, I might get it up to 121, 122. But yesterday when we were going after them, getting up to 124, 125. Ball speed was up. Obviously, if club head speed's up and you hit it well, ball speed goes up. So I think everyone saw a little bit of a jump in speed, which is always very welcome.
Speed's massive now in golf, and it's massive with the kids. And your golf clubs with the kids are, I mean, I know my little guys gain 20 yards from them. And that then makes the game fun. Like, even you laugh about it, listening about it.
Yeah.
To do that for kids golf and to make these things that work for them, like not what we had as kids. How's that feel?
I mean, it feels great. And I think the most important thing is, you put a club in a kid's hand that helps them hit it 20 yards further, and it keeps them coming back. And I think that's the thing with, you know, being in this position in the game is, if you can introduce kids to the game, which is obviously one thing, and that's wonderful, but if you can introduce them to the game, but then keep them in the game and make them enjoy it, and they want to come back and play, you know, that's a huge achievement to me, and that's something that I'm very proud of. The fact that I've been able to work with TaylorMade and you know, we've been able to produce these clubs that will hopefully, you know, let kids enjoy themselves on the course.
Tell me about when you do that exhibition shot and you've got a Rory Kids driver there and you have a swing of it. We all know about the power and you've talked about it coming from the ground, but what about when you do the kids shot and your knees are down and you're hitting the kids swing? What do you do differently there?
I mean, you just get a little bit lower, maybe use a bit more hands, then you don't really use your body quite as much. You don't use the ground as much as you do with a normal driver. But I'll tell you what, like, I remember last year at the photo shoot, hitting the kids driver. And I mean, it was carrying.
Feels good, right?
It feels good. It was, you know, I didn't want to swing it too hard to snap the shaft, but I mean, it was carrying at least sort of 250. So it was pretty good. Yeah.
What's more satisfying? Is it hitting the 330-yard drive in front of the gallery into the center stripe, or is it wedging it to 2-3 feet?
I think for me, wedging it to 2-3 feet. That's because not that part of the game. I'd say that this part of the game probably comes as easy to me as anything else.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't, you know, we talked about it yesterday when we were doing the podcast. The worst I've ever finished in strokes gained off the tee on the PGA Tour is 6th. So like, even a bad year for me is, you know, I've always, you know, I can always rely on my driving. Sometimes I can't rely on the other parts of my game as much. So for me, it's definitely more satisfying to hit an approach shot in there stiff and tap it in for birdie and move on to the next hole.
Fantastic. Well, you've hit another ripper down here. I've literally brought with me 8 or 9, and if I'm caddying for you, I'm pulling 9, but you might pull me up on that. Do you think 9 irons the bat here without a yardage? Probably wedge for you, right?
Eyeballing it? No, I don't think I get wedge there, could I?
Well, these are your options. You've got 8 or 9. I only carried these 2. I'm too lazy for any more.
That's all right. That's good. You've
Sal's got to go for a job interview. Harry should be safe.
Well, let's see. What is that? What do you think? It's probably like a little
160-ish, is it?
like a little cutty 8-iron in there.
Okay, let's see it. You've hit this one so good. I want to see if this becomes a tap-in birdie.
Where's the putter?
Well,
Well,
I'm
hopefully
going to
don't
give it
need
you
it.
because it's going to be that close. That's your option.
In off the right a little bit. Oh no! As I said, needed a full one nearly.
You can have another one.
Oh, thanks. Mulligan.
We got breakfast
to me.
balls. It's so good to watch you hit them. I don't
Yeah.
mind seeing them twice.
It's actually a full one in there, I think. I was trying to sort of hold that back into it, but I think I have to maybe go at the right side of the green and just hit a full one and let the wind bring it back.
And there you go.
Second guy's good, Trotty.
He's damn good.
There we go.
Awesome. Always great to spend some time with you, Rory. Thanks for your input.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Pleasure. Thank you.